In today's life, where the storms of emotions and pressure seem to have no end, have you ever wondered how to maintain your inner peace in any situation, or how to avoid being swept away by the flow of negative emotions? Masters of tranquility, the followers of Stoic philosophy. I found the answer, and we will share these valuable lessons with you in today's video. Together, we will embark on an exciting journey as we explore the 10 best methods to conquer your mind and give you unexpected peace and inner strength. Let's delve into the intersecting world of where ancient wisdom meets modern wisdom and discover how you can not just live, but live fully and meaningfully. This isn't just a video, it's a journey of self-discovery where you learn to become the master of your own mind. But before you start, watch the full video today, because each method will lead you to new knowledge to fight for a better life. Principle number 1. Acceptance of what we cannot control in this ever-changing and uncertain world. Understanding and accepting what is beyond our control not only helps us save energy and time, but also reduces anxiety and stress. Stoic philosophers encourage us to focus on what we can control is our minds, our attitudes, and our actions. When we learn to differentiate between what we can and cannot control, we begin to see life from a different perspective. A new perspective. Instead of wasting energy worrying about things that we can't control, can be changed, or that don't affect us, we learn to focus on self-improvement and challenges that are under our control more effectively to manage something. This not only makes us stronger to face difficulties, but also helps us develop a sense of inner peace that is not affected by external circumstances. This acceptance also brings significant benefits. In personal and professional relationships at work, when we accept that not all projects or decisions will go as planned, we learn to adapt and look for creative solutions rather than wallowing in disappointment in relationships, because we understand that we cannot control our emotions, can control. Or the actions of others help us develop patience, empathy, and effective communication. Consider the story of Mike, a project manager who faced project delays due to delivery issues. Instead of being disappointed, he applied this Stoic principle, accepting the situation and focusing on finding a solution. Mike adjusted the situation, project plan, and clear communication with customer about the delay. Their flexibility and acceptance not only helped resolve the issue efficiently, but also built trust among customers and colleagues. Additionally, this principle helps us develop emotional resilience when we face challenges such as failure or even success. We learn to stay calm and evaluate every situation objectively. We no longer allow ourselves to be dominated by negative emotions, but rather learn to approach every situation with a positive attitude and a balanced stance in Stoic philosophy. Accepting what we cannot control is not only simple advice, but also a way of life that allows us to approach life with calm, autonomy, and effectiveness. By doing this, applying principle to our daily life, we can find inner peace and develop the strength and flexibility to face any situation with confidence. Principle number 2. The practice of indifference to pleasures and pains. Principle number 2 challenges our relationship to the outside world and to our sensory experiences, not with indifference or blind indifference, but by opening up a deep space for autonomy and a deep understanding of our own emotions. Stoic philosophers urge us not to get carried away by the ups and downs of emotions, but to maintain a calm mind despite the fluctuations of life in the Stoic vision of happiness. Not only do they advise us to give up, but they are also a real call to reflection and sobriety. They remind us of this profoundly, of how the relentless pursuit of happiness often leads to unintended consequences when we let ourselves be carried away by it excessively. On the other hand, when facing pain and difficulties, Stoic masters not only advise us to stay away, but also encourage us to develop courage and perseverance. They invite us to confront these challenges calmly and courageously, not to avoid them, but to see them as valuable opportunities for personal growth and strengthening the soul, turning suffering into a launch pad for personal growth. The principle of indifference lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy. We need to understand that indifference is not indifference instead. It is seen as a means to achieve inner peace. For Stoics, indifference means not allowing emotions to be dominated by the ups and downs of life, not being dependent on pleasure and pain. It requires a deep understanding of the true nature of things and events, as well as the ability to control the mind and emotions. Practicing this principle is not always easy. It requires continuous awareness and self-control, an ongoing process of self-discovery. We must learn to perceive and confront our emotions directly, not avoiding or diminishing them, but truly understanding them. And from there, gaining control when facing difficulties and challenges. Stoics will maintain their stance, not letting emotions control their actions and decisions. What is important to remember is not only indifference to joy and sorrow, but also seeking balance, inner harmony. It is about looking at life with an objective perspective, not allowing oneself to be carried away by random emotions. Cultivate a tranquil soul, a sober mind, in the face of life. Storms, in summary, practicing indifference to joy and sorrow is an important part of Stoic philosophy. This is not just a lesson, but also an inspiration for us to live a more meaningful life. Aiming for self-control and happiness from within it is a powerful reminder of the strength of willpower and the ability to control the emotions of each individual, an ongoing journey of personal development. Principle number 3 deals with emotional in the journey of seeking inner peace. The third principle shines like a lighthouse, illuminating the path of self-discovery. This principle is not just a guide, but also a profound reminder of the Stoic philosophers about our power in controlling and guiding our emotions. Stoic philosophy views emotions not as enemies to be fought against, but as signals, messages from within that need to be listened to and understood. Every emotion, whether it's sadness or joy, anger or happiness, carries its own lessons and strengths. When we start to perceive emotions through the lens of awareness and understanding, we open the door to changing our personal judgments and beliefs. This is not just about controlling emotions, it's a profound journey of self-understanding, delving into the deep-rooted causes behind each emotional surge. By identifying and changing by evaluating emotions, we not only free ourselves from the limitations of negativity, but also learn to approach any situation calmly and wisely. Every time we stop, we try to take a deep breath and ask ourselves why I feel this way to understand it better. Let's return to the story of Anna, a project manager who was experiencing difficulties because a key team member unexpectedly left the company. Her initial feelings were anger and worry, but Anna stopped, thought about it, and realized that his anger came from fear of not completing the project. Instead of letting negative emotions take over, he turned them over time into motivation to find solutions. She and her team quickly restructured the project plan and created a more efficient work strategy. In doing so, Anna not only solved the problem, but also learned the value of people. By dealing with emotions and resilience in difficult situations, we train the power of self-control and self-confidence. Although this process is not easy, it opens a space of peace in which emotions are no longer a source of instability, but become a source of inspiration and strength. When we finally learn to manage our emotions, we not only find inner peace, but we are also expanding our vision and our heart for the world. In every decision, every word and every action, we show not only self-control but also deep understanding and compassion. This is not only a lesson in Stoicism but also a lesson in life, a lesson in strength, courage and peace. Principle number 4, self-knowledge. Self-knowledge is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, as well as many other philosophies, and spiritual philosophers from the Stoic traditions believe that understanding yourself is an essential step in deepening your understanding of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Emphasizes honest self-knowledge, from understanding personal values to identifying dreams and life directions in a world full of instability and food. Building a solid foundation of self-knowledge helps us find our inner self. Peace. When we understand ourselves, we have the ability to be self-sufficient and not let negative emotions or outside influences control us. This allows each of us to respond to life actively and consciously, rather than reacting instinctively or emotionally to reach this state. Followers of Stoicism often take the time to keep a journal to examine and reflect on each journal entry themselves, and in each moment of self-reflection, they gradually gain a better understanding of their strengths, weaknesses, and deeply held beliefs, and attitudes to life. This is not only a process of self-discovery, but also a journey of self-mastery. Think of Jack as an office worker who often seeks balance between work and home life. While Jack studied Stoic philosophy and the principles of self-knowledge, he began keeping a journal to reflect on his feelings and thoughts. Through this process, Jack realized that time for himself and his family was truly more important to him than material achievements. By applying the principles of self-knowledge to his daily life, Jack gradually eased his work pressure by focusing on what mattered most to him and finding the balance that led to a happier, more meaningful life. Stoic philosophers warn us that the greatest challenge in developing self-knowledge is overcoming prejudice and the ability to deceive ourselves, which requires courage. By facing truth and sincerity in every thought and action through meditation, critical thinking, and open conversations with others, we can overcome these obstacles step by step on the path to true self-knowledge. Understanding yourself is not a destiny, but a means of transformation and continuous improvement. By understanding ourselves better, we can work to cultivate a Stoic mind and promote virtues such as courage, moderation, wisdom, and justice. Self-knowledge is not only the key to unlocking inner freedom, but also a solid foundation for personal and spiritual growth. By understanding ourselves, we can live a meaningful life based on inner peace and harmony. Principle number 5, the practice of virtue. In Stoic philosophy, virtue is a central principle that shapes the way we live and act. From the perspective of the Stoics, virtue is the highest and only good that man can strive for, not only for personal benefit, but also for the benefit of the Stoic community. Philosophy identifies 4 main virtues as pillars of an ethical life. One of these virtues is justice. Justice not only refers to treating others fairly, but also refers to the existence of justice and ethics in our judgments and actions, for which those who pursue virtue have great respect. Justice in evaluating decisions and interact with others. Courage is the ability to face the difficulties, fears and constraints that life brings with patience and determination. This includes the courage to do the right thing, protecting moral values and not letting fear dictate decisions. Temperance requires patience and determination to adhere to ethical principles and values. This includes the ability to control desires and external pressures, to adhere to what is right and necessary. Wisdom includes not only knowledge but also the ability to apply it. That knowledge in daily life is the ability to understand how to do the right thing, make wise decisions, and approach challenges with insight. These values play a crucial role in building an ethical foundation and help us achieve inner peace and genuine happiness in life. They guide us in how to live and behave in our complex world and benefit ourselves and the society around us. The practice of virtue requires continuous self-knowledge and continuous self-improvement. This applies not only in challenging situations, but also in the daily lives we find ourselves in, various challenges and decisions. Virtue not only leads to personal happiness, but also contributes to a just and harmonious society, especially in the modern world. The practice of virtue in Stoicism becomes more important than ever in the face of pressures, challenges, and uncertainties. A Stoic practitioner strives to uphold his ethical principles by maintaining calm and decisive behavior. This not only helps him to cope with life meaningfully, but also serves as a role model for those around him. Practicing virtue with Stoicism is not only a moral goal, but also a path to true contentment and happiness. It requires a delicate balance of the four core virtues, creating a solid foundation for a meaningful and harmonious life. Principle number 6. Focus on the present. Focusing on the present is necessary and important for us to master our minds and live a more meaningful life. This is a strong reminder that we should live a meaningful and realistic life, not allowing the past sorrow or anxiety about the future to take away our enjoyment. When we focus on the present, we have the ability to reduce stress and anxiety. Instead of worrying about what has happened in the past, we learn to recognize and accept events that cannot be changed. This helps us maintain calmness and patience in every situation. Cherishing each present moment is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. Stoic philosophers encourage us to immerse ourselves in the present by living authentically in every experience. In doing so, we will see the beauty of life and the value of small moments more clearly. This helps create satisfaction and happiness in daily life. Focusing on the present is not only a principle of Stoic philosophy, but also a powerful method for creating a meaningful and successful life. When we put our minds and maximum focus on the immediate task or task at hand, the result is often a remarkable increase in performance and creativity. So the question is, how can we effectively focus on the present? Methods such as meditation and mindfulness are useful tools for developing present moment focus. They help our minds become more aware, reduce mental distractions, and promote tranquility. Imagine you are sitting in a low, green garden under the deep blue sky, and you feel the warm sunlight filtering through the leaves. Instead of worrying about work, future plans, or past mistakes, you decide to focus on the present moment. You smell the scent of fresh grass, hear the birds singing, and feel truly alive in that moment. At that moment, you are not under pressure or stress. You are enjoying the peace and happiness of living in the present. Therefore, living more in the present can lead to a reduction in suffering from worrying about the past or the future. This not only improves the quality of our lives, but also helps us make wiser and more ethical decisions in daily life. Try applying the principle of focus on the present by practicing mindfulness planning systematically and enjoying each moment. When you do this, you will find life becoming more memorable, and you will know how to enjoy peace and happiness in every moment. Principle number 7, the pursuit of inner peace in Stoic philosophy. Inner peace represents a state of elevated spiritual well-being where our souls find peace and harmony in every circumstance of life. This principle is particularly significant as it guides us on a journey of self-understanding and refinement in facing life. Self-understanding in Stoicism goes beyond simply understanding oneself. It also involves discovering inner values and profound life goals. We gain insight into our own emotions, uncover the true meaning of existence, and shape our personal goals. With clarity, acceptance is another crucial aspect of this principle. We learn to accept changes and difficulties with equanimity instead of reacting with resentment or anxiety. We embrace these changes as an integral part of life and engage with them patiently, simultaneously. We are encouraged to control our emotions in our life's journey. We become masters of our emotions and don't allow them to dictate our decisions and actions. This helps us maintain emotional balance and not be swept away by negative reactions when things don't go as planned. Imagine planning a grand vacation and being extremely excited, but when bad weather cancels your plans, you don't let disappointment or anger get in the way of your decision-making. Instead, you recognize that the weather is out of your control and accept the situation, choosing to either reschedule the vacation for a later date or to spend some quiet time at home. This illustrates how you apply the Stoic principle of the pursuit of inner peace by not allowing emotions to control your actions. In conclusion, the quest of inner peace is a fundamental component of Stoic philosophy. It is a passionate journey towards self-awareness and genuine happiness rather than merely a straightforward life objective. In Stoic philosophy, principle number 8 is one of the most crucial ideas that aids in understanding and confronting one of the inevitable realities of human life, death. It inspires us to seek meaning and peace in life, develop a strong and serene soul, and deeply understand ourselves. Rather of fretting and fearing the end, Stoic philosophy sees death as a normal and necessary component of human existence and an intrinsic part of life. This idea challenges us to view death as a unique aspect of life and poses a crucial question. How can we live meaningful lives if we are aware that death is always a possibility? It is necessary to adopt a positive outlook on death. The Stoic school of thought suggests that we concentrate on the following. First, acknowledge the naturalness of death, which serves as a reminder that nobody can escape death and that it is an unavoidable part of life that each and every one of us must confront. Secondly, do not allow fear to overcome you. Adopting a fearless attitude toward death is crucial. 3. See death as a part of life rather than as an aim in itself. Stoics promote a calm and neutral perspective when it comes to death. Fear simply intensifies feelings of tension and suffering in life. Since everyone must eventually face death, Stoics view it as a necessary part of life's journey that encourages us to live in the present and lead meaningful lives. Fourth, practicing a positive attitude toward death can help us achieve spiritual freedom by relieving our minds of death-related anxiety and focusing on leading meaningful lives that are virtuous and meaningful. Most importantly, though, is that a positive attitude toward death not only helps us face it calmly, but also fosters a sense of unity with others. This fosters empathy and love for those around us. Ultimately, we should keep in mind that a positive attitude toward death helps us live a meaningful and harmonious life in accordance with human nature principle number 9, facing hardships with patience in lesson 9. The core idea of Stoic philosophy is to maintain composure and patience when confronting challenges and hardships. This idea is fundamental to Stoic philosophy and provides inspiration and guidance for daily living. Since there are things in life that we cannot control and life is not always simple, we must embrace this fact. This acceptance does not equate to surrender, but rather to an understanding of our limitations. Two essential traits while dealing with challenges are persistence and patience. We need perseverance to wait for the right moment and patience to keep trying to solve the problem, since doing so enables us to deal with challenges calmly and prevents us from being overwhelmed by pressure. Imagine if you're learning a new language and you run into problems understanding grammar rules and communicating with native speakers. Don't give up and accept that learning a new language can be difficult and take time. Instead, keep going, practice your grammar, try to communicate, and listen to native speakers. Don't let the challenges and mistakes you make along the way discourage you. Instead, see them as a necessary part of the learning process. Eventually, you'll find that you're getting better at speaking and understanding the language, which will help you maintain a positive and persistent attitude while learning a new language. The Stoic philosophy also promotes facing fear and anxiety head-on with courage. By exercising patience, we can manage these feelings and prevent them from causing us to worry about the future. Difficulties can present chances for inner peace and personal development. We just need to learn how to overcome them in order to grow stronger and wiser in the process. 10th principle of principles: searching for happiness in human nature. In today's world, a lot of individuals chase worldly success and belongings in an attempt to find happiness. However, Stoic philosophy provides an alternative viewpoint on happiness, emphasizing the fundamental aspects of human nature according to the Stoics. True happiness can be found within ourselves through virtue and self-improvement rather than outside of us. This starts with self-awareness, which is the understanding of oneself, one's personal values, and the virtues we wish to develop. Additionally, Stoic philosophy promotes the development of moral virtues like justice, courage, tolerance, and gratitude. By putting these virtues into practice and acting morally in social situations, we help to create an environment that is conducive to happiness. In addition to being a fundamental component of Stoic philosophy, finding meaning in life and giving back to society is also the source of happiness and contentment in life. Stoic philosophy teaches us that genuine happiness comes from leading a meaningful life and giving back to the community. To illustrate this, consider the tale of Peter, a young man who used to shop for pleasure and feel happy, but his happiness would soon fade after each shopping spree. Fade away. Peter used to feel empty and lost in life. One day he read about the Stoic philosophy of Opie and realized that true happiness comes from moral character and meaning in life, rather than from accumulating material possessions. So, instead of relying on material accumulation, Peter decided to spend time cultivating gratitude and focusing on helping others. As a result, Peter not only felt happier, but also found meaning in being a better person. Everyday life unfolds around us, and gratitude plays a crucial role in helping us find happiness in our daily lives. By being self-aware and appreciating the little things in life, we can sustain a positive attitude and happiness. In this journey, we have explored 10 ways to master the soul with Stoic insight. Principle number 10 offers profound insight into happiness, encouraging us to seek it from within the essence of human nature. This helps us realize that happiness is not something distant, but an attainable goal through the development of virtue and meaning in life. Philosophy. These are precious principles to help us live a valuable life. With calmness, wisdom, and patience. Remember that we have had the opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of human nature and how we can experience life with meaning. I want to encourage you not only to listen but to make Stoic philosophy a part of your daily life. Practice becoming a master of the soul and build a life worth living. If you feel that this video has brought value to you, please help us by clicking the like button, sharing your thoughts in the comments about the principles that impressed you the most, or comment, "I'm ready," to let us know that you are ready to apply these principles in your life. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to not miss valuable videos on Stoic philosophy and personal development. Sincerely thank you for accompanying us on this journey. See you in the next videos.